in range there.
It was the challenge of bow hunting that hooked me from a really young age.
I'm shaking like a leaf, baby. I got him with the recurve. Whew. So, I'm gonna give him plenty of time. I'm gonna go back, look at the video.
I'm drawing 45 pounds. I actually had a buddy of mine help me make these arrows. And I have a good old Zwicky on there. It did the trick. He probably only went about 60 yards, really.
It felt like the only appropriate progression was to build my own bow and take a buck on public land, all while self-filming.
Alright, so it's like February and like 55 degrees, so I took that as God's way of saying go work on your bow. So I'm going to be sanding fiberglass, so that works out great. We're about a week into this build, so finish it up here pretty quick. Alright, here she is. Just rough shaped. Drew her back right on the money, right about that 50-pound mark. So here's the first 2 shots out of her. Hopefully 2. Quiet.
I shot enough with that bow. It felt like it was an extension of my body, but no amount of practice could eliminate the potential of failure.
Chance. Blew it.
As the seasons kept passing, I would find myself falling back to the advantages of a compound. This challenge I set myself up to was beginning to feel more and more like unfinished business.
It's deer season again. October 2nd, 2024. I was on shift yesterday, but I've been itching to get into this stand. It's a brand new piece of public land I've never hunted before. And I've got a stand here and a camera probably 25 yards behind me that's been getting actually quite a few daylight bucks. I felt like I slipped in here pretty good. There were 2 fawns bedded like right here, but they didn't make a whole lot of noise getting out of here. I really think this is the year for getting it done. Homemade longbow, public land, self-filmed. About as hard as it gets, but I've played out in my head, I don't even know how many times, what it'll feel like to finally get it done. country without busting anything, but I also remembered that I hang my first step pretty high, and I forgot a pull-up rope. My heart's pounding. That was perfect. He's just... I probably don't have any business being that picky. But to know that, like, that would have worked right there. Maybe 8 yards. I looked back and saw him, thought I had time, but he's rushing through here for some reason. Right there. Battery just died in this camera. It's too cold out here. That battery just died in that camera, but that forky just came down the hill, licked my pull-up rope, or lifeline, and then kept going. But he's over here now with another little buck. Maybe I shouldn't have called at him, but I just figured he was headed down the hill. I probably should have just shut up. Wow. The moment we've all been waiting for. Probably just me, but that's nice. Starting to wonder how crazy I am for being so determined about this. I've just played over the thought of success pulling this off so many times in my head. That I don't even know what it's actually going to feel like if it happens. I have this weird fear now that like something's going to happen to my bow, like I'm going to slam it in the truck door or something, break the tip off, and then it'll all just be up in smoke and for nothing. But I think that's just a whole nother element to this, and why I keep doing it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just enjoy watching nature, not killing it. So progressive of me. Decent movement this morning, though. I mean, I knew it was going to be good. Everything was lined up. Super high pressures, fresh cold front. Rain yesterday. Didn't really have much close, but I suppose I could have shot those 2 yearlings and that spike, but there's big boys in here. I got plenty of evidence of it, and I know they come by this tree, so I really think I'm just gonna grind it out, stick it out in this tree for a week or so, however long it takes. Part of my problem a lot of times is I'll see deer moving over there and I'll just be like, oh, I gotta be over there. Then it's like, how much crap am I screwing up just by taking stuff down, setting stuff up, moving around? Just sit down and shut up. We're gonna be camping on a piece of public November 3rd or November 4th through the 8th or something. There's going to be some rain, it looks like, initially, and then some good weather, so definitely be locked up in a tree. Would have been nice to get one down before then, though. Another issue and concern I'm having is my string is starting to look pretty rough on this bow. And this string's been on this bow for a couple of years. I really haven't shot this bow much recently. I've shot it enough to know that I still got it. I'm still proficient with it, but up at the top tip is looking pretty worn where I string and unstring it. But I don't want to, and I can build a new string, but it won't take that long to build it, but then you got to shoot it in and get it set just right and retune the bow and everything. And I keep thinking like, well, one more day, one more hunt, and I won't ever need a string for this bow again because it's just going to become part of the mount. I'm just rambling on because I'm bored, but I don't know what the plan tonight is. I think I'll probably just leave everything in this tree, dip out for like an hour or two, get lunch, and come back. Now getting all set up. It's 6:30. It's been shooting light for about 10 minutes. I got held up by a train on the way here for at least 30 minutes. It was unbelievable. I finally ended up making this big, huge loop to get around it. I hate setting up in gray light. I know there's certain setups that are good for it. If I didn't have to set up all this camera gear, I would do it a lot more often, but it probably takes me 15 minutes just to get camera gear set up, and I'm just freaking out the whole time. It's gonna end up being a west wind. Once the wind starts picking up, it's pretty calm right now. And I don't think my odds have ever been better. this tall nine in here. The last picture I got of him, he was headed west. Deercast is showing great movement. The moon is still overhead. The rain quit about an hour ago, and the deer were all over the fields coming in, so I know they're out. And I didn't bump any coming in. And I haven't been getting any pictures in here, so I know the deer are out and they'll be coming back. I don't think there's another tree I would rather be in right now. I thought about going to a different place that I had some smaller bucks and a handful of them moving a lot yesterday. But I really wanted to come give this deer a good go. This is my last day before I gotta start going back to work and shave this beard. I had to get out of the stand a little early yesterday because my contacts were messing up. So I got the glasses today and I'm ready to go. I think that's enough. I'm gonna sit down. You know what? I usually sit down, shut up, and see what happens, but I think I'm gonna see what the good Lord has in store. Time to start mixing things up. Well, it's 7:45. I still haven't seen a deer. But you might be able to see from my breath. And I just confirmed it with milkweed. These thermals are rising in here before the wind started. It's pretty much dead calm, but we're supposed to get like 5 to 6 mile an hour winds out of the west. But I don't have that yet. And my thermals are pushing my scent west. So it's not ideal. I mean, this deer is not super predictable, but I was mostly expecting him to come from the west. So who knows? He also didn't have a doe with him in the pictures last night, so he could be 5 miles away by now. Gotta love the rut. Spike had bedded up there and he just stood up and went on full alert. I saw another deer back there. Can't tell what it was. Where's he at? Better buck. End up too far. I can just see his butt. He's behind this tree over here. He's probably 80 yards right now. might be circling me. Oh, Jesus, there's a big one. There's a big one coming. Oh, come on, please. Please, I've been hunting so hard. Please, come on. It's behind the tree. Kind of downwind. Oh, he snuck. He slipped. He slipped. He's up there now. It's the one I'm after. It's the tall nine. Oh my God, I don't even want to move. I don't want to mess with the camera too much. He's standing there looking the other way. Looking where that other buck went. Meow. Meow. Still standing there looking. Alright. Right there. Wind's good now. Here he comes. Come on, come on. This is gonna be our chance. He's in range there.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I smoked him. Oh my God.
keep it together. I gotta call my wife. She makes fun of me because half the time I should have picked her. I started crying. I found it so hard out here. I got him.
Was it the one you showed me last night?
Yep.
Good job.
I literally, I'll have to watch back the video, but I started yelling, which I shouldn't have done, but I was just like, oh yes, like I was,
You were Luke Bryan.
so much so, I couldn't hold it together. I literally had zero control. I've had a chance to kind of gather my thoughts. I haven't shot a buck in 4 years. And I kind of lost my mind when I shot. My initial gut instinct was that that deer's dead, and he is. He's dead. But he was quartered to me pretty hard, and I just went full instinct mode. I saw it, I had him in camera. In a perfect world, if I wasn't filming, I probably would have let him walk a little further and try and shooting him further down here, closer to me, but that just starts getting really hard with moving cameras and with him that close. I was so scared. But I'm definitely going to give him plenty of time, especially since I looked back at the second angle and I think I was pretty much yelling. But that's as real as it gets. Like, that's all I could do. Like, I had literally every bit of everything I've done hunting has led up to that shot, that one arrow right there, that buck. When I find him, he's going to mean more to me than any other deer I've ever killed. And it's going to take a heck of a deer to top it. Slipping back into where I shot him. It's quite a hike back here. I'm still by myself. I got some guys coming, and I'm gonna leave them in the parking lot. I'm gonna see if I can nose in here and just go super slow and try to find him. I've played back the footage. I've drained an entire battery just watching it over and over. And I think the buck did me a favor. He turned to, I can't even hold this thing still. He turned to wheel and run right as the arrow was impacting him. And I think that's gonna help with where my arrow ends up. And regardless, even if he didn't move at all, I think I got lung and liver. He was about 14 yards. And I've played it back over and over and over and over in my head. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, should I have waited? And I mean, in hindsight, maybe he would have been downwind at that point by the time I would have had him again, and where he would have maybe ended up broadside. And there's no guarantee there either. It just would have been a steeper angle. He was right in my wheelhouse, and I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. I think he's probably going to be cold and stiff by the time I find him. It's been close to 5 hours, so I got a cell camera down here, and there's actually a buck with a doe now, or recently, not far from where he went down, so, or where I'm hoping he went down. I don't actually know yet. I'm just speaking it into existence. But I'm gonna go real quiet, real slow. And I should be able to see a little ways from that next ridge where I lost sight of him in the stand. It's getting dark. Got a lot of work ahead of me now. I can't even believe it.